Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate world for you. And today we've got a report that smells like a big deal closing. So what is the Scoop Diversified Energy Company PLC, or DEC PLC as they're known? Just dropped a report saying they've completed a major acquisition. It's all about buying another company, Canvas Energy Incorporated, and it looks like it cost them a pretty penny, plus some of their own stock. Let's dive into what this actually means for them. First off, let's get the basics. This is Diversified Energy Company, ticker symbol DC. They're based in the US, incorporated in Delaware, and the report we're looking at is dated the 24th of November, 2025. The big news here is that on this date, they officially bought Canvas Energy Incorporated. This acquisition was something they'd announced earlier, back in September, and now it's a done deal. So what did they actually do on the 24th of November? They finished buying all the common stock of Canvas Energy Incorporated. Think of it as them taking over the whole company. How did they pay for it? Well, it was a combination of cash and their own company stock. They paid about $495 million in cash. That's a lot of dough. On top of that, they handed over 3,720,125 shares of their own common stock. This is sometimes called consideration shares, and essentially means they use their own company's ownership to help pay for the acquisition. Now, when a company issues new stock like this, especially in a private deal like an acquisition, they often don't have to go through the whole public registration process. The filing mentions this was done under a specific rule, Section C of the Securities Act of Itenja. Basically, it's an exemption because it wasn't a public offering or a sale to the general public. It was a direct deal with the former owners of Canvas Energy Incorporated. Now, the really juicy stuff is usually the financial details accompanying such a big move. This report tells us they plan to file the actual financial statements for Canvas Energy Incorporated, as well as something called pro forma financial information. Later, pro forma just means how the combined company would have looked financially if the deal had happened earlier. They're giving themselves about 71 days to get that filed. So, while we don't have the detailed numbers from the acquired company or the combined entity in this initial report, we know it's coming. The filing also points to the original merger agreement, which was filed back in September. This is like the blueprint for the deal. Exhibit 104 just covers the standard filing format for electronic reports. For now, we have to wait for those detailed financial statements, but we know this acquisition is a significant event. So, what is the big picture here? Diversified Energy Company is clearly making a strategic move to grow. They've bought another company, Canvas Energy Incorporated, investing a substantial amount of cash and their own stock. This usually means they believe this acquisition will add value, perhaps by expanding their operations, increasing their revenue streams, or giving them access to new markets or resources. There are always risks with acquisitions. Integrating a new company can be challenging, and the financial performance of the acquired entity needs to live up to expectations. The market will be watching closely to see if this deal pays off for Diversified Energy Company. The fact that they are releasing their own stock value for this deal means they are confident in their future. But it also dilutes the ownership for existing shareholders to some extent. They paid about $495 million in cash plus over 3.7 million shares, so that is a big chunk out of their resources. It's a bold move. And the success of this acquisition will hinge on how well they can integrate Canvas Energy Incorporated and leverage its assets and operations to generate greater profits. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on their future filings to see how these financials shake out. Alright, that is our quick decode of Diversified Energy Company's latest filing. What is your take on this acquisition? Do you think it is a smart move or a risky gamble? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe for more in-depth corporate analysis. You can also join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decoding.